All right, so the most important question we can ask ourselves leading towards retirement or early retirement, and that is, are you going to be able to live out each day the way you want to? If you have a vision for the way you want your life to unfold, are you on a path or are you on track in order to make that happen? Can you guys hear that? Really, really beautiful sounds of nature. Kind of hate to interrupt these sounds with the sound of my own voice, so we'll make this kind of a short video. So this is video number 9 for me, leading up towards early retirement. It's early July 4th, so happy Independence Day to everybody out there. But the thing that's been on my mind lately is I've been asking myself this question a lot. It's like, am I spending each day the way I want to? Um, you know, which is essentially asking, are you living life the way you want to? So moving into early retirement, I named my channel The Real Channel, Retire Early and Live, because I've always thought about that concept. Am I going to be able to, or I want to live out the rest of my life, spend each day doing things that I want to do, not going to work for somebody else. So in the future, whatever that involves, I simply want it to be something of my own choice. And up to this point, I've avoided talking about money, finances. I've seen a lot of content creators, and they do a really fantastic job of breaking down their monthly budget, how much money they're bringing in, and then they itemize, housing, transportation, food, utilities, healthcare, etc. And then, they give you maybe a plus minus. Here's what I had at the beginning of the month, here's what I have at the end, and it really gives people a good idea of maybe what they can expect in retirement. One thing to consider watching those videos, it's going to be different for everybody. If you're married, if you're single, depending on what state you live in. Do you live in a big city? Do you live in a small town? Do you live in a rural area? So each of those comes with maybe an X factor that's going to change what your numbers look like compared to my numbers. So I've avoided talking about them in my channel, although I think I may do that in video number 10. So if you're interested in seeing, what it takes, or my experience, what it takes to live in Southern Ohio, tune in for video number 10. But the more important question for me was back to, are we spending our days the way we want to? When it's all said and done, if we're somehow lucid enough at the end of our lives to want for something, it's going to be the same for everybody. I doubt very many of us are going to wish we had more time so that we could work to make more money, to buy more things when we're at the end of our life. It's going to be the same for everybody. We're going to wish we had more time to spend with our family, with our friends, more time to give and receive love, time to spend in nature, just enjoying the moment. But it's not going to be about money. For sure, it's not going to be about money. Now, I'm not being completely naive to think that, money doesn't matter. Certainly, the life I live here in Southern Ohio, I've worked and I've made money. So I've been able to, have a house, have cars, that kind of thing. But at some point, man, I want to transition from thinking only about money to just boiling it down to this one simple thing. Like, am I spending, my time the way I want to? So ask yourself that question. And you don't have to be retired to ask yourself this question. You don't have to retire early or think about, retiring early to consider this question. Are we living our lives the way we want to? Have we done a good enough job in our working career to be on track to live the life you want to live? Aside from that, I'm not sure what else is going to matter. If you're not living the life that you want to live, well, then there's kind of maybe another question. What do you have to do in order to align yourself to the vision of your future? If you are living life the way you want to live, then you've kind of answered that question as well. You've done all the work necessary to put yourself on the path to be able to do that. So now it's time to simply, do the things that you want to do. All right, guys, so we'll end this video with a few more sounds of nature. Just had a nice rainstorm show up. So, in fact, let's go out in it. Let's go out and get wet. So happy 4th of July, and hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you're spending it the way you want to, hopefully with somebody you care about. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.